Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages. Welcome to Nerd Sports episode 183. You know, we're only 4 episodes away from a murder code. And thank God that BC is not going to be watching this because once we get to episode 187, we would have to endure hearing the special retarded kid talk about Rocky Sans all episode long. And when nobody wants that, I mean, they really don't. But yeah, so you're not seeing things. Prince Colin Skelton is in attendance at the beginning of the episode.
Okay. Real quick. I got a conundrum. How is he higher than you?
Yeah, I haven't quite figured that out, but I'm just going to go with it.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with it, man. I mean, really.
I mean,
if we were being technical, yes, while I am the Lord, he would be Viscount.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. But anyway, we're just going to stick with Prince because here's the thing. I don't want to have to explain that shit to people because then they're going to think that I'm better than them or they're going to think that I think that I'm better than them, which I do, but I don't want people knowing that, right?
Isn't Prince is under Lord, isn't it?
No, it's not. But just
No?
stick with it, dude. Just run with it. You're good.
I thought Lord was like another name for like king.
No. All Lord really means is that I'm a landowner. All 1 square inch of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, all it's going to take is.
Is it really? Oh, it's Max.
It is.
It's Amphetamax. Okay. Get that shit straight.
He comes on the screen, pun intended. I know phrasing. The name Captain Thundernuts, and he's got something in his mouth.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Things, actually. Just like a 49ers loyal.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, take your medicine, dude, because you don't want to end up like Debo, Debo Samuel. You don't want to end up in the hospital. All right. So, David, you've got it's not a weird sport this week.
Yeah, it's not a weird sport, but it's sports related. I couldn't do the music because the music is
licensed,
but it's a video of a little football game.
Oh, wait, I've seen it. Oh, wait,
where they get this little kid.
Yes. And like it's a Make-A-Wish play or something like that.
It's a Make-A-Wish.
And somebody on the defense doesn't get the memo.
Yeah.
That's a little
it's so hilarious. This is hilarious.
With a potato for a heart.
This video is awesome, dude.
Boom! I want to watch that again. Hold on. In like 20 seconds. It's brutal. It's like, we're all going to let him get the touchdown. Yay, everybody. Yay. Not on my watch.
Somebody's doing their job like old school Patriots.
Boom.
Fuck that wish. Make a tackle foundation.
That was hilarious. I love it. Oh, we got another intro. We're all here.
Everyone. The beautiful bearded bastard. Here. Look at you, my guy.
Flesh. That's right.
Can you say something about us all coming on screen again? Not in a weird way, though.
No.
Look, we don't do tribute video. We don't do tribs, man. That's just not how we roll here.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
good to see you here, Max. Hope you're feeling better.
Good to be.
And Max, I just want to make something explicitly clear. The only reason you got responded to on Saturday night was because you sent that shit before 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
I did.
I mean, after 10 p.m., you're on your own, bro.
Usually at 10 p.m., I'm just, I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you.
See,
I believe it.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I have no idea. As far as I know, we're still trying to get a man on the moon. I have no clue.
Yeah, I called him. What's funny is I called him right after I got off of work the next day, just to get a heads up and make sure he's doing all right. Because when you wake up to like 48 messages in the morning, you're like, Max is dead. I'll talk to him later.
I'll talk to him in heaven.
Yeah,
It's almost like having you send TikToks.
yeah, but
It's up to like
do you get
38
alerts?
of them.
Yeah. Do you get alerts? Because I'm the only.
I get alerts. I get so much weird shit from you since we share shit, not in a weird way. No touching tips, but yeah, man, it's
You don't
cool.
touch tips, but you rub shafts. Is that what?
Yeah,
Yes.
Max said something about giving me a hoodie, but he also said that he's uncircumcised, so it's kind of weird.
I want to dress you up like Ricky from Boys and Hood and chase you around. Basically, is what I would love to do, but it's probably not going to happen because
That brings a
I'm
whole
not
new
that
meaning to the
fast.
phrase back shots, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I want to come on that and just go seeming like the Navy on it,
Okay, now we're going to rein this back in a little bit. So it seems like 99.99% of America is going to be rooting for the Los Angeles Dodgers this week. Yeah. Cleveland, you had one job.
Just one.
Just one.
One.
Just one. I mean, you would think.
Didn't think it was a difficult job.
I mean, you would think that the public pressure from the fan base on the players would be at such a heightened state in the Cleveland area, considering what your sporting alternative is for the next couple of months. Now, I say that, and I'll use that as kind of an elongated segue into the next segment, but we're not jumping the shark yet, David. So just kind of simmer down.
I'm just upset little Timmy passed away because the Cleveland Guardians failed to win the pennant. So sorry, little Timmy.
All I want to say is that Johnny said long, gay, and shark and the butt all in the same sentence. But it wasn't meant to be that way. I'm sorry.
I didn't say the word
about a potato for a
I didn't say anything about gay.
I could have made that part up.
Yeah,
But everything else is, I'm pretty sure, is true. And the voices at this point in time, out of the medication plus whatever this is, it's fine.
It reminds me of that scene in The Waterboy with Lawrence Taylor, and Bobby's over there going, "It makes you drink your water," and Lawrence Taylor is looking at him, and then looks back at the kids and says, "This is why we don't do drugs, kids."
And another thing, say no to crack.
yeah.
Which is funny because it was Lawrence Taylor.
Exactly.
Yeah, say.
So Wichita Falls' own Ryan Brazier's made it back to the World Series, apparently. He is a relief pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, nice.
I mean, good for him. It's whatever. We hope and pray that the Los Angeles Dodgers can defeat in a very sound fashion the evil empire, the New York Yankees, the bums from the Bronx. I think it's funny because I'm like, I go to the MLB homepage and the fellatio fest that occurs when it's the Yankees on MLB's own website, from a soul searching winter to the World Series, right? And it's like they try to make it sound like it's some great Hollywood production. And I'm like, look, at best, this is a Tubi special, right? Tips people are like, what the fuck is Tubi? It's one of those free streaming services, right?
Yeah.
And this is the tagline on the homepage. The Yankees took a long, hard look at their organization after last year's 82-win season, a reevaluation that led to the Juan Soto trade, renewed focus from their biggest stars, and eventually an AL pennant. Like, wow. I mean,
They're just deep throating it at this point.
They are. And here's, if the Yankees were to actually lose this World Series, I think it would be especially poignant because why? Next year, MLB has promised to address the uniform debacle, right? I don't like the little collar that Fanatics put on the jerseys this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
The MLB logo was moved down from the collar, and they used the women's jerseys lettering, font size, right, for the players' names. That needs to be all addressed, right? But I think it would be great that, New York loses the World Series, and then they have to look back and go, "We lost the World Series in these jerseys." Like, to me, I think that would be funny. Let me see here. There's really not much else news going on.
Is there music playing?
No,
I
you
hear
hear
something.
voices. No, you guys are hallucinating. No, we're all doing it, so it's Wale Day.
Yeah, we can kind of do without the music, I think.
Oh, you got
that's gonna get
There's a-
distracting.
Or it'll put you to sleep.
No, just
No.
kill it. Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill the music.
That's an executive decision. Kill it.
No music.
Yeah, no music.
We don't need any fucking about this music. We don't need that shit. It's terrible.
Anyways, all right. So we're gonna jump into this real early. I said I was gonna use this as an elongated segue. So Cleveland, what you thought was going to be a very dismal winter might actually turn out to be somewhat of a bright spot now. Deshaun Watson popped his Achilles tendon yesterday during their loss to Cincinnati, and he's going to be out for the remainder of the season.
Bigly. I saw the close-up video of it when it happened.
Yeah. Like when you saw that whole calf contract. Oh, yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers saw the video of that and goes, "Damn, I wish mine would have done that." It's like, not only does Deshaun Watson get more happy endings per capita, but he outdoes him in the Achilles pop department too. But here's the thing about Deshaun Watson: if he decides to call it quits, because obviously he's got no support in Cleveland, right? His offensive line cannot stand him, right? If he were to say, "Screw it, I'm done with football," and he hangs up his cleats, right? Wouldn't be a bad thing, except the Cleveland Browns are going to take a 72.4 hit. That's a $72.4 million hit on their salary cap for 25 and 26.
74?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like $144.8 million.
Yeah, because they were gonna cut him last year after the performance last year.
And had they been able to cut him last year, had they actually pulled the trigger and cut him last year, they would have. It would have activated a clause in his contract that negated the guaranteed money. But because they decided not to do that, and the ownership wanted to stick to their guns, yeah, well, just take those guns and put them against your temples, because right now it's not. Wow, I mean that's just not a no. That's a whole lot of
That was Jerry Jones level bad.
Yeah. Hey, on the bright side, I was gonna say that the Cowboys didn't lose this week, but then I saw a meme that said by week 38, Dallas Cowboys 14.
That's a lie. It was 21-0.
At least he didn't throw any picks this week.
You don't know that. I mean,
there were a couple of fumbles, but he didn't throw a pick.
I mean, he could have went to go throw a chicken bone in the trash can, and his dog could have intercepted that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Cowboys fans, if you believe in the multi-universe theory, that some universe you're a defending Super Bowl champion, but not this universe, obviously, not since '95.
Look, I'm going to quote
So you're just
Deadpool.
pathetic since then. Right, though.
We need to quit with the multiverse. It's been done, and people are tired of it. But Max, we're going to have you doing this until you're 90.
Estimated.
All right, so we're gonna
I'm gonna make it till 90.
We're just gonna
You
go
said
ahead
you love me,
use
Jesus.
your bones as well.
But you're Jewish.
We're just gonna dig you up and use your bones.
I am Jewish. Jesus
Why
was
are you
always
talking to
Jewish.
Jesus?
It's not like Jesus said, I'm just not being Jewish before you guys crucify me. Never happened that way. It's not
I
in the
mean,
book.
I know that. Anyways,
Only the people that believe that we live that I found this out recently next to the NASA thing about the moon, that there are people out there that believe that we live on like something flattened round like a pizza dish or a quarter.
but yet every other
Because it's
planet in the solar
convenient.
system is round. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's coincidence.
And see, and I've got a definitive like piece of evidence that proves that the world's not flat. Because if it were flat, cats would have knocked everything off the edge already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also,
that's true.
Gary don't work that way.
Right.
Also true.
All right. So 49ers wide receiver Ayuk is going to be missing the rest of the season after tests showed that he has torn both his ACL and his MCL. If you saw the video of that play, my knee still hurts thinking about that. I mean, I know what it feels like to tear your MCL. I mean, I know what it feels like to have your MCL torn, but to have them both
Simultaneously.
Yeah, dude, that is rough.
In San Francisco on a Sunday? That's called a good time. I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny.
I've been hit by a car, literally hit by a car, broke my leg, was in the hospital for 3 weeks. I would rather go through that again than to even have a fraction of what he just went through.
Yeah. Let me see here. Mike Evans of Texas A&M alumni made his 100th career touchdown catch tonight.
Oh,
quality player all his career.
And speaking of the Buccaneers are up on the Ravens 10-0 right now with 14:20 left in the second quarter.
They are. And Flowers just he just rolled his ankle real bad, folded up underneath him. He's on his right now.
Yeah, most of the big time. I mean, I'm surprised at how many injuries we have like right now, but usually around October, November timeframe, that's one of the big time injuries happen. I mean, we lose a lot of players. That's the reason why there's a trade off. But talking about trade-offs, Dante Adams lost last week to the Steelers, and he plays again, and he lost again to the Steelers. That's amazing. This trade's going to help.
Like you imagine that. You imagine being a defensive end or a cornerback for the Steelers, right? You line up against Devontae 1 week, and he's got the Raiders uniform on, and then you line up the next week, and you're like, "Motherfucker, are you following me?
Like, didn't I just see you?
Like, weren't you just fucking here?" Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna call game already because I know how to cover this dude. You know, like, yeah, okay. Let me see here. Deebo Samuel is in the hospital for San Francisco. He's got pneumonia. He's got fluid in both of his lungs, so that's no good. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a thumb injury. DK Metcalf, he's got a knee sprain. He's week to week. Dude, it's.
Did they say?
And then Daniels is week to week. The quarterback for Washington, their head coach Dan Quinn, he came out and he was like, "Yeah, you know, Daniels is going to be week to week." They're hopeful that he's going to, he'll be able to play against Chicago. Tua, he's going to practice on Sunday. I mean, not Sunday. He's going to practice on Wednesday, and the team's hopeful that he'll be ready to play versus Arizona on Sunday this week.
Baltimore.
So, I mean, he's going to take one hit. Dude's going to pass away right there on the field. He's going to be like, look, Deshaun outdid Aaron Rodgers on the Achilles pop. Tua is going to look at that, and he's going to be like, all right, DeMar Hamlin, I got you. I'm going to do you one better. I mean,
just rip his leg off.
I'm going to die on the field, and they're not bringing me back.
He's going to have the DNR inside his helmet.
Right.
He's going to die and stay dead.
And he's going to do it. He's going to do it with his arms like this. Here. I mean, he's going to do the whole Michael Jackson Thriller pose because it's like close to Halloween. Like, now, if that actually comes to pass and it happens that way, we here at Angry Me Productions have no clairvoyancy. We don't predict the future, and we definitely don't have copies of the NFL script sitting at our desks. So,
having said that, we will
don't
the
add us.
Entire show next week crowing, called it.
I'm not going to say I told you so.
No, but I will.
But motherfucker, I told you so.
Say it, called it. We fucking called it.
Right.
I didn't know it was going to happen, but I fucking knew it was going to happen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the Ravens are on the board. So it's 7-10.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and get last week's picks up here.
Well, everybody's dad watching the game. It's a game now. Now it's a ball game.
The other game, does it start within the next 30 minutes, Chris? Or has it already started?
No, now it's a ball game. Now. Before, I don't know what that was before, but now.
Okay.
Now it's a ball game.
Are we looking at now or now later?
Well, we're not talking later. We're talking about right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now. Now.
So what happened right now is now in the past. We can't go back.
He just missed it.
So
he's watched baseball
right there. Whoo! Right? Okay.
We ain't found
that's the dude that gave that line that had that line in Spaceballs. He actually played Tuvok in Star Trek Voyager.
Yes,
right?
he did.
And he gave Tim Russ, he gave an interview. He said, I've been in fucking Star Trek. And the only thing people can say to me when they walk up to me is, man, we ain't found shit. He's like, he is more famous for that line. Okay. Colin, do you have your gloating face on?
Yep.
Okay. So Thursday night's game.
I don't even know why I'm making picks anymore because
Thursday night's game. Everybody over the age of 21 decided that we knew better and we were going to pick the New Orleans Saints to beat the Broncos, right? Then here comes Colin with his blissful ignorance. I don't know shit about football, but I've got a feeling.
He's just trying to be a contrarian. That's the only thing. He doesn't know.
Emphasis on the word cunt. I mean, come on. Hit him with the hard T.
Hit him with the hard T.
Oh, yeah.
But
look at this.
The way that that Denver went into New Orleans,
freaking donkeys.
Sean Payton as the head coach, returning to the building that he helped build, and embarrassed the fuck out of the Saints. I mean,
that's the only word. It's the only word. Seriously. Is this the same Saints team that we saw earlier this year?
No.
I submit
Not
to you.
since they lost Derek Carr. No way.
No.
I mean, dude, I'm just like,
It's embarrassing. Cannot believe. To the
New Orleans right now. I mean, they had a dude in the stands with a
man.
prepared sign that said "Help 2 and 5."
Yeah.
Like he went into the game having bought a ticket, knowing that his team was going to lose.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting there thinking, how many? What is the over under on when we're going to start seeing the bags come out at the games?
I think they, to a point yesterday, and I just bring up this one game because it was so ludicrous to me to see what the over under was. There was a 1.5 on the Chiefs and the Niners, and I didn't know if they were making that up or if they were just that shitty at their job. But
I don't think they know any better than we do.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody
But
can really tell.
how
I
do
mean,
they base
when you
off
have
of
the
that?
game that when you to jump the shark a little bit here, to have the type of game that Patrick Mahomes had yesterday and still come out ahead, there's got to be some truth to the new TikTok series that's going around talking about, referees, calling a penalty on a pick that he would throw. Now before we assess a turnover on Lord Patrick Mahomes, like wow, like when you think that you've won the game, but the NFL script says that the Chiefs are supposed to win.
Yes, he gets another throw.
Like
Loss. I'm not supposed to lose.
Holding on the defense prior to the pass. Like, really?
There's no such thing.
So everybody
Touching
but
the
Colin
tips by
started
the
off the week
defense.
with a loss, and it doesn't get any better.
No.
We all picked New England to go into London and go, what's up, bitches? Make me some tea. Right?
You know what's funny about this game?
Jaguars. Come on.
Mike Pucci, the guy that's been commenting on our Facebook page, high school friend and everything, he picked Jacksonville on that one.
You know what's
you know what? Hold on a second, Colin. Fucking good for him.
You know what? No.
No. And I say that very, very tongue in cheek.
I hope that he stubs his little toe on every coffee table he comes across, and I hope both sides of his pillow are hot.
No. Hey, look. You could wish for him to step on a Lego with a thumbtack in it.
I hope every time he opens a milk container, it comes out with that fucked up like little tear on there, and it just dribbles down his chin when he's trying to. I hope every single one of his the cereal bags when he tries to open it, it splits the wrong way, and then he gets the cereal
hope that his
box.
Did you hear what Colin said?
I don't even know who this motherfucker is, but I hope his mom circumcised a homeless man.
Hopes that he steps on a Lego with a thumbtack in it.
Yeah, that's just evil.
Bro, Colin just decided, hey, you know what? We're going to start the show off with violence.
He chose violence.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to just inconvenience him. He wants him dead.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this game? The night prior, I realized I'm like, I should have chose the Jaguars. I said it to Dad too when he was working on his.
He
school.
did. He's sitting there looking at his picks on his phone, and he's like, I just got a feeling that I should have picked Jacksonville for that game. And I was like, well, it's too late now, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm still trying to wrap my head around a Lego with a thumbtack in it. Like, does he have an active hair dryer in his hand? Does he fall backward into a tub that his wife forgot to drain?
That's
or is it like
I'm
Oh, you know what it is? No. Here's what it is. He's got the Singar radio, the one that the squad radio that fits in your cargo pocket with the lithium battery in it.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, like he steps on the Lego as he's pissing, and that stream just directs right and just fills up that cargo pocket, right? And the lithium battery ignites and blows his leg off. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Damn, that's friggin' evil. Chris is going, uh-oh.
Yeah, there was a play in the end zone, and now we got another Buccaneer down with looks like he's grabbing his hamstring.
Oh man.
You know, I'm interested to see what kind of injury studies.
It's just gonna be a bruise. He just
I mean, because there's already one guy that said he's going to play the season with the Guardian cap on. Right, Bell. A series of unfortunate events.
Lemony Snicket my nutsack.
Oh wow.
You know what's funny? I have
mine were inconvenient.
Oh,
Fuck, Collins are tragic.
I
I mean, but it's just slightly less unfortunate because Patrick Warburton is reading the story.
This is true.
I have the same feeling about the Chargers versus Cardinals game as I do against as I did with the Patriots. And
well,
why are you the way that you are?
Yeah, just hold that thought.
I know.
Okay. Hold that time out. Ceasefire. Okay. So the Patriots showed up to London.
They failed. You know what? I still wonder.
Not only did they fail,
no, well, okay.
but they got doubled up by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars, man. How do you lose that badly to the Jaguars?
Okay, hear me out. Okay.
Do we have to?
Do we know if the Jacksonville Jaguars stayed there in London?
They did.
So they were rested up. Fully
They
rested.
They were rested. They were fat and plump on bangers and mash. Meanwhile, the Patriots show up and somebody offers them spotted dick and they're like, well, that sounds amazing.
It's raisins. The raisins did it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
The raisins were not raisins. They were prunes and it caused you to shit the bed.
That's what it was. They got bamboozled.
They were hornswoggled is what they was. All right. Let me see here. Yeah. So Poochie the Coochie picked Jacksonville. Oh, good for you. All right. Next up, it gets worse, folks. We picked Atlanta. We picked Atlanta in the Battle of the Birds. We picked Atlanta to beat the Seahawks. Every one of us. Max, don't shake your head because you made the same pick.
Oh, I know.
Even Poochie picked
Atlanta, yeah.
Atlanta. And the Seahawks decided to show up. I mean, it to the point where Kirk Cousins got benched and Michael Penix Jr. made his NFL debut.
You know what? I don't think it was that the Seahawks showed up. I just think it's the Falcons didn't.
See, there it is. There it is. That's the kid I'm raising right there. He's the one right there. It's not that the Seahawks beat them. It's just that Atlanta forgot to show up. You know what it is? And here's my theory. Jerry Jones was so pissed about the radio show that called him out on the carpet. He called for a team meeting and he said, I've got it. We're going to fly everybody to Atlanta and we're going to dress out as the Falcons.
That's what happened. Yep.
Kirk Cousins made the start, but when Jerry goes, hey, I've got $10 million for you to fucking take a dive right here. They bench him and they put Dak in. So it wasn't Michael Penix Jr. That was Dak in disguise. That's exactly what it was.
It's the only thing it could have been.
No, it's the only thing.
Yeah, they scored too much for
That's worth to be Dak.
I mean,
listen,
fucking, he's the smartest Cowboys fan on the panel right now.
Wow. And you're not wrong.
And he's so young to realize it's all already. This is amazing. You've done so well, Jody. I swear to God. You know all this already. My kids don't even know what the fuck a football is. You're over here.
Fear not, though, angry faithful. The ship was starting to list just irrecoverably, right?
It was
but we started to write a little bit. Here comes the Titans and the Bills. My oh my, what's gonna happen?
Oh, that was an easy pick.
Shut up, David. I'm talking.
Okay.
So was the fucking Jaguars. That was an easy pick too.
Can't you see I'm on my fucking lunch break?
Oh my god. We all picked the Buffalo Bills to include Poochie. I know that's not how you pronounce your last name. I could care less.
It is. It's Poochie.
It is?
Yeah.
So I'm saying it right. Like Poochie, as in like he's got a pooch. Right, okay, I got you. All right.
He's from San Francisco originally, I believe. So
No, we're not building an entire universe backstory for this guy. It's not like he went to the Roanoke United Methodist Church.
no, whatever he did was
There's a
awful
deep
enough. That
cut.
he might as well have.
There's a deep cut.
You see, only the true fans, only the true angry faithful are going to know what the hell that was. So,
Oh yeah.
okay. I swear, when we find a good quality vendor to produce t-shirts for us,
That's gonna be
one of our shirts is going to have to be Roanoke United Methodist Church choir member. That's it.
The original colony.
No, Max. This is before your time.
We need to find that ratty ass, like a picture of some ratty ass van too.
Oh yeah.
That ratty ass minivan's got to be on the shirt there somewhere.
Are you guys referring to that group
Yeah.
of people that were
the
kidnapped,
Roanoke
never found again in
UMC.
Mexico?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Roanoke UMC choir practice, and it's going to be that ratty ass van. And we've got to put a stick figure wearing a fanny pack walking up to it.
You just see David's face in the window just peeking through.
And it's not so much the face in the window; it's how David walked up to it. Like he was on his toes, like he was walking on his toes.
like those cartoons. Blink, 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 blink.
Was it like a Zach Baggett's Ghost Hunters moment or some shit?
No,
Or he
dude.
shit his pants?
Tell the story.
Did he hear the brown tone, the brown flute, the brown note? What happened?
Oh God!
Was there feces involved? That's all we want to know.
No, this is
Was it a crime? Because if there was
Okay,
semen,
all
it's
right.
crime.
All right. So,
All right, Mac,
okay.
Mac.
All
Okay.
right. So what happened was that it was race weekend a couple of years ago. It's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And no, it was it last.
Kind of race
was it
talk.
last
It was last
It was
year.
last yeah, it was. And as a matter of fact, it was almost a full year ago next month.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, so
last month, because I gave
was
you
it
that.
last? That's right. It was
was last
September.
month.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So we decide normally on race day, you show up to the track early, and it's like a full day, right? For whatever reason, that wasn't the case. We showed up at the track at like 6 o'clock, right? And we're sitting there. I mean, we're looking for a place to park, but we ended up in a paid parking lot, and we didn't pay to pay in that parking lot, and we didn't pay to park there. We parked for free, basically, right? But we parked next to the only other car in this parking lot. It was some ratty ass minivan, and there was somebody in the driver's seat. It was dark outside still, and all you saw was like the faint glow of like maybe a phone screen, right? So like they're watching something on their phone. We're like, all right, cool, whatever. So we're just kind of chilling out. Then this person starts their car and they pull away from us, and somebody else starts driving into the parking lot. Well, the minivan turns around, meets up with this car, and then they park. It had to have been like what, 150 meters away from us?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
No, it was 100 meters.
We'll split the difference, say 125.
Okay.
Anyways. And we're like, holy shit. Holy shit. And then we start building this backstory, entertaining ourselves. This is purely for our entertainment. We built an entire backstory for this rendezvous that is occurring in the parking lot outside of Texas Motor Speedway on race day. Right? The nice car that pulled up was the preacher's wife. The guy in the ratty minivan was the choir director.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were like,
And
this is how it's got to be, because if they were from out of town, they would have gotten a hotel or met at the hotel, because they're from out of they're in from out of town to see the race. They already have a hotel room. Why meet at the track?
right.
Yeah.
Just
That makes
do the
sense.
deed at the hotel. Nobody's the wiser. Nay. We're like, there's something else nefarious going on here. So we worked it out to where,
because she was like, wasn't she wearing like, wasn't she, well, I don't want to say well dressed, but she was,
she was moderately and modestly dressed, very conservatively dressed, right? But it was we pulled up because we're like, we got to see what's going on there, right? We pulled up out of our parking spot. We rolled up on this car on the minivan. David hops out in his with his fanny pack on
and his shorts,
and he like, I would say it was a tiptoe motion, but it's, you know how like some people just walk on their toes because they're absolute monsters, right? That's what David looked like. He was just walking on the balls of his feet up to this minivan, and you just see him kind of peek over, like he stood up a little taller, and just to kind of see into the van, and he was like, "Yeah, somebody's getting head in there."
He's like, okay.
Right,
Oh,
because there's only one head moving, right?
Because he like turns around, he just kind of nods. He's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, and so
Well,
You sure it
we
wasn't
go back.
CPR, though,
He
Dave?
hops in the car. He hops in the car.
Yeah, that 80s hair.
He hops in the car. We go back to our parking spot, and then I don't know, a couple minutes, well, about 20 minutes later, the car, the woman that drove the car, she gets back in her car, and she drives to the entrance of the parking lot and then sits there for like 10 to 15 minutes. We're like,
yeah."
she's doing her makeup, getting ready to go to church.
But it was only like she basically just pulled forward to the next row of parking spaces.
Yeah,
Like
Won't
no,
make
and then was there, and you could see her, with the tail lights, and yeah, she was putting herself to get back together.
yeah. And so we're like, Tro, what denomination is this? Like, no, it's not Catholic, because they.
It's like he's a deacon.
He's got to be a deacon, right? Or choir director,
Right.
something along those lines. And then we figured
it couldn't be Catholic.
yeah, the logic boiled itself down to where they were Methodists.
No, because what it was, we said it was either Baptist or it was Methodist, and we're like, there's gotta be a church.
I said
Your eyes lit up, and you actually did a search to find what the closest church was, and it was
the Roanoke United Methodist Church.
Church was the closest one to the track.
But not Southern Methodist, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was just straight up United Methodist, like the Wesley United Methodist Church.
Dude, could you imagine going to that church and seeing one of our shirts inside the church?
No, that wasn't even the weirdest part. The weirdest part was that guy sat there
All day.
stayed there until
all day.
at least noon. Because when we came back out to the car,
After we did our like merchandising tour of the Midway, we came back to get the cooler to go back or to go into the track because it was almost time for the race. He was still there in the same spot.
and then he left. I think we figured he left about 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like maybe his driver crashed out early.
Yeah, after we put the stuff in the car, we were walking back across, and I think we looked back over and he was gone.
Yeah.
So somewhere between us dropping the stuff in the car and our walk back towards the track, he took off, and we could never figure out what the hell.
I mean, and we were even talking to the Fort Worth cops that were on bicycles. And then they were like, what do you mean? They were like doing something? And then David pipes up, oh, he was getting head this morning. Yeah, totally.
They're like,
Yeah. We're like,
the female officer was just like,
yeah, I forgot there was a female officer there.
just disappointed.
I mean, she's just like, I know all three of you are vets. I know it. I just know the three of you were in the military. Like,
oh, and then we said, we started telling them the whole backstory that we had cooked up for it too.
and the sergeant was there. The sergeant that was there, he was just like, that is fucking amazing.
That's right. Oh, God. Oh man, that still
Good
remains
times.
one of my absolute favorite stories of all time.
Yes.
Because we spent hours.
And it would not have
God,
happened had
yes.
David not woke us up at 3:00 in the fucking morning to go to Waffle House for breakfast.
Yeah, well, I think he woke us up at like 2:30, and then we went at 3.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like because we were planning to go at weren't we planning to go at like 4 or 5, something like that? We were going to go.
Well, we were going to get up at like 5
right and go
and then go to the track and be there by 6.
And David's awake at like 2 in the morning. He's like, "Let's go to Waffle House." We're like, he had to wake me up in order to go. He said, "I just see Johnny." He smacks me. He goes, "Hey, you want to go to Waffle House?" I was like, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yeah, right. I mean, dude, it was a long fucking miserable day because I mean it was just like stupid hot.
Oh God.
Yeah.
David's a heat cat, right? He's up underneath the bleachers for like all but the last 15 laps of the race.
Yeah. It wasn't until the shade actually went all the way down to the bottom that he came out.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we had towels that they were giving out for free, and we were soaking them in ice water and then just draping them on our necks just to keep from stroking out, man. It was brutal, but
and we had made Johnny and I had actually decided it was like, well, we're gonna watch the first flag drop. We're gonna do that, and then as soon as that drops, we're gonna go up, on top, find David, find some shade, and then we'll come back down, with about 50 laps left or so. We're like, yeah, great, man. That flag dropped, and
we didn't leave until the burnout at the end.
you forgot who David was.
I mean, because
we look at each other, it's like, oh shit, where's David?
He's I mean,
the bleachers up there somewhere behind us.
I'm like sitting there going, I'm like,
oops,
where the fuck is David at? The fuck, dude?
Oh man.
But anyway, so the Titans lost the game. Bills, everybody got the pick right. That was just a great segue. It's amazing.
That was a beautiful story.
Also,
dude,
Ravens are up 14-10 right now.
Nice.
okay.
Anyways.
Well, that would make you happy, Chris, because you're the only one that picked Baltimore. Everybody picked the Bengals to win this game. To include Poochie. 21-14. Here's the thing that nobody wants to talk about with the Browns. They're about to get better because they're going to bring in their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Not a phrase you hear very often.
I mean, this might not be the slam dunk pick of the week anymore. We'll see though. Everybody, Poochie picked Green Bay.
Well,
and I'm calling this one a one-off.
There's a reason why he picked Green Bay. He's a Green Bay fan. Hardcore.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah, I'm not reading his picks anymore. That
game.
All right, so yeah, that game kind of pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, some Barstool Sports, I think it was Dave Portnoy. He put out a tweet. He said the entire offensive line for Houston needs to be cut right now because CJ Stroud got absolutely murdered on the sidelines. Late hit, no flag. Nobody from his offensive line went to go pick him up, and none of them got chippy with the Green Bay defense at all for doing that.
Wow.
And it's like, I mean, they gave up 4 sacks yesterday. 4. And they're usually really good about not giving up the sack.
Yeah.
And they gave up 4 yesterday. I'm like, holy shit. You know what? It's fine. It's whatever. Houston lost. Great. Can't win them all. I'm still calling the shot. They're still winning the division this year. Absolutely. I'm still sold on the fact that the Houston Texans are going to win their division.
This was just a minor stumble. Especially because it was, I mean, they only lost by 2. Let's
and I'm calling it a one-off because DeMeco Ryans climbed in that ass on the plane ride home.
Yeah.
You probably
Absolutely climbed in that ass. I mean, because DeMeco Ryans an old school defensive player. He's gonna climb in that ass.
Yeah. Probably had him doing laps up and down the aisle.
Right? We're doing squat thrusts in the aisle.
There you go, do bear crawls.
Fucking dude. All right. So moving on, the next game, we picked the Indianapolis Colts to beat up on the Dolphins. That did happen. So thank you, Joe Flacco. Appreciate that. Moving on. Fuck. Everybody picked the Lions except Colin.
Okay.
No, hold on. We had said last week when this pick was made that this game could go either way. Yeah. And if we lost this pick, nobody really had any room to get mad about it.
Absolutely not.
So I reminded you of that, Colin, as we were listening to that game on the way out of Houston.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying it was decided by a field goal. It was a field goal difference.
Yep.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Which honestly, I'm glad it came down to that. I am. I'm glad it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
Was I a little salty that the team I picked didn't win, but was I mad that the Lions won? No.
Yeah, there's nothing to be angry about on that game.
But in the AFC North, the Lions are now in first place.
Yep.
By virtue of that win. So take that for what you will. After that, let me see. Everybody picked Philadelphia. No surprise there. They were playing the New York Football Giants. They absolutely embarrassed them. Saquon Barkley, he, as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, had more rushing yards in a single game yesterday than he did his entire career, his entire first 6 seasons with the New York Giants.
Oh, wow.
He had never had more rushing yards in a single game at the Meadowlands than he did yesterday as a member of the Eagles.
That's awesome.
You know he's feeling good about his decision.
Right?
Meanwhile, the front office in New York's going, I don't know how that happened, man. We thought we had him. Shut up. All right. Colin and Max and Poochie got this one right. Honestly, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I don't know. I was thinking that, okay, the Raiders now have Tom Brady as a part owner. Maybe that's going to give them a little motivation.
He would instill a little bit of his je ne sais quoi.
I mean, come down to the locker room, scream out in a definitively enthusiastic, let's fucking go.
Right?
But no, alas, it was not meant to be. The Rams, 20-15 over the Raiders.
As soon as that game ended, I texted you.
Yes, you did.
It was amusing to watch, though.
Now, the Carolina Panthers,
if you don't mind watching get injured and play,
rolled in to FedEx Field in Virginia and said, we're going to come play a game of football with you guys. Dan Quinn, as the head coach, said, I'm your Huckleberry. 40-7, the Commanders beat the Panthers. By the way, everybody got that one right. I'm over here eyeballing Poochie's list of picks because I'm like, please let him pick the Panthers on that one. I want to talk so much shit, but I can't. Although I will bring up the fact that even though he did pick the game correctly and pick the Packers to win, it did come at the expense of 5 sacks of Jordan Love yesterday. 5. 5. Still got all the faith in the world in your offensive line. I don't. Till you're 90.
You're 90.
Glory hole.
Yeah, I think maybe Poochie was at the glory hole when he made the pick for this next game. He picked the 49ers to beat the Chiefs.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, did we gloss
Why?
over the Panthers?
The Panthers who lost to the Commanders 40-7.
That's embarrassing.
Even for Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it took a little bit for Kansas City to get going in this game, though. It did. But once Patrick Mahomes figured out that, oh crap, we're 4-0 against the 49ers. We have to maintain that record. He decided to show up and actually suit up for the second half and came out and started playing well. So yeah, good for him. Let me see here. Poochie picked the Jets. And yeah. You know, I want to crack somebody's head open. I just want to be like, what logic? What Helen Keller level of intelligence runs through that brain to go, you know what? It's the Steelers. They're going to be easy. Aaron Rodgers is a god. Is it some kind of Green Bay hangover? I want to know.
You know what his think process was? He was like, the Cowboys beat them. Surely Jets could.
No.
Here's a hot flash. Brett Favre couldn't make the Jets good. Aaron Rodgers is not Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers is definitely not Joe Namath. He's not going to make the Jets any better.
No.
I don't think Tom Brady could make the Jets good.
Ow. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing. It's
Well,
just,
Max is all flexing with his Brett Favre autograph card.
Oh, that was one of many.
allowed.
I got one especially for Chris. I think he's going to appreciate it when I find it. I actually, and I'm not flexing and I'm not bragging, but I have the entire starting quarterback collection since the inception of the Super Bowl for both winning and losing teams of starting quarterbacks. Every one of them. That includes Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and every quarterback that you can think of.
Nice.
Even quarterbacks like Doug Williams. All autos. Guys that you might not remember, like Jim Plunkett.
Nice.
Show me the
But that's
power.
not who I'm looking for.
Be impressed.
I'm not looking for anybody like Tom Brady.
Mm.
Oh, you want to
Like-
see? Oh, here.
Like I said, show me the Power 9 and I'll be impressed.
Did you say show him the power bottom? What'd you say?
Power 9.
No, he said he
Oh,
was
no.
Power 9. Who do you want to see?
That's a
What did he
magic.
say?
That's a magic
What
joke.
did he say?
I'm going to find everybody's favorite strange guy here any second now, I promise.
OJ?
I got some Cowboys guys. You know. You guys remember those guys?
Everybody's
Mr.
strange.
I
In the
won't
neighborhood.
Starbuck. Starbuck.
Starbuck from
There's,
From Battlestar Galactica?
yeah, there you go.
there's Mr. Bradshaw.
Now, is it the original OG The OG Starbuck, or are we talking about Katie Sackhoff, who 3% of the population wants her to sit on their face?
No, Roger Dodger.
Only
Roger
if
Dodger.
Mandalorian armor.
Here's everybody knows that guy.
Yep. All right.
His new
Good for
signature,
you.
which I'm not a fan of. But the last one, and this is for all those Aaron Rodgers guys out there. There's Mr. Rogers. Neighborhood. He might not be the greatest, but he plays great. But not last night.
So I've got a great question that I know that the rest of our audience is dying to know. Can we get out of our feels about quarterbacks and get on with the picks for next week? I'm sorry. Sorry. I just you know what? I give you a hard time about it, but if and whenever I do come into possession of a Ted Williams autographed ball or bat, I'm going to do the same damn thing. Be like, look right here, suck it.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start off a Thursday night game. It's going to be Minnesota at the LA Rams. I'm taking Minnesota on this one.
The Vikings are going to make. Who are they playing?
The Rams.
They're going to make the Rams show the judge where they touched him on a teddy bear.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I'm not saying that, listen. The word war crime gets thrown around a lot, I feel, but I think we're going to witness one.
Yeah.
Live in color.
No. See what? No. What the Vikings are going to do is going to make up a new war crime. It's going to be against the Geneva Convention.
They're going to have to rewrite the conventions.
So what Colin is saying is that Viking Nation is going to be screaming skull outside the Hague with signs like "Free Sam Darnold."
No, I think it's going to be the 2 p.m. Fox game that might be the war crime one. That looks horrible. I'm getting to have
Max,
myself.
are you taking the Vikings on that game?
No, because and I'll tell you why. And take this to how you want. And I'll be honest with you. Sam Darnold was originally drafted by the Jets of New York. He got sent to the Panthers of Carolina. And then you found him in the 49ers. And now you see him somehow
playing quarterback,
some way miraculously doing well at times in Minnesota. Yeah, somehow playing quarterback.
Here's the thing. You get drafted by the Jets and get introduced to the league.
The same man that missed an entire season due to mononucleosis for
be that as it may.
Alleged reasons that may or may not have to do with another man's dick.
The Cleveland Browns are where careers used to go to die. I mean, you look at the number of number one draft picks that Cleveland has picked over the years for a quarterback, and almost none of them are still playing, with the exception of Baker Mayfield. So I think that Baker Mayfield kind of broke that mold a little bit. I think Sam Darnold,
Deshaun Kaiser. I mean,
right. But the point I'm trying to make, I think Sam Darnold he's making the most of this resurgence, so to speak, because he's playing in a system now that suits his talents, his skill set, and he's got an offensive line that can actually block for him. And I'm guessing David had to go to the restroom. He had to go to the little boy's room.
Yeah, but usually when he does that, he's
So we're going to kind of go into a holding pattern here.
It's a gender appropriate.
You know what? We're going to pick this next game, and then hopefully he'll be back before we move on to the game after. Ravens at the Browns. This is a no-brainer for me.
I'm going Ravens.
Yeah.
Absolutely no hesitation.
I mean, if David doesn't get back here in the next 3 minutes, by default, he'll pick Cleveland.
Yeah, that's fair.
He would choose Cleveland, wouldn't he?
He probably will.
He's like, well, they're going to get another quarterback that's not Deshaun Watson.
But listen, if you recall last season when Dorian Thompson, Finney Smith, McDonald Jr., Hedgecliffe the 14th came in and played, they beat the Ravens with him as a rookie. Now, that might not be his accurate name, but I think I got most of it right. But I'm never going to, unless the Browns are playing the Bengals, I have no choice but to pick a team from Cleveland unless I take and plead the fifth, which is not an option. So in this case, I will take the other team that I despise, which is the Ravens.
I mean, that's all well and good.
To be injured now.
That's all well and good. That doesn't take away the fact that J. Cole went triple platinum without any features.
J. Cole's keeping it real.
There's another random deep cut right there.
But I knew what you were all about, so it's all good.
So David is officially on the clock here.
I'm thinking that David's probably going to pick Cleveland, but, I think we ought to bet on this one. I picked that David picks Cleveland. Johnny, what do you got?
He's going to pick Cleveland.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Colin, what do you think?
Probably Cleveland.
Okay. All right. He's going to look at those picks and he's going to be like, what the fuck is this? All right. So moving on, we've got the Tennessee Titans visiting Ford Field to play the Detroit Lions.
Dude, it's the same scenario as the Vikings versus the Rams.
Yeah.
So is David picking the Titans on this one?
I think.
Okay, look,
I think David would actually pick Detroit on this one.
He may be stupid.
Yeah, I think you would.
But
I don't. There's
that one brain cell that has the slightest bit of common sense.
Wow.
It's better to have one extra than one left.
One small little bulb, but it's there.
Man, I mean, he's just like, no. We're not shifting from a known point. We're just going to fire for effect and hope for the best. What Colin is doing is the Soviet nuclear policy of saturation bombing. He's like, accuracy, I do not know her. Okay.
Accuracy by volume.
Right.
I make thing go boom. See if it work out.
See, there you go. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be an interesting game.
Being the one Soviet on the panel, I will tell you that we will do that. No problem.
Right. I think that the Texans are going to get this game they're going to figure out their life goals and get their shit. They're going to tighten up their shot group this week. They're going to be playing host to the Colts at NRG Stadium. I'm taking Houston on this one.
Same.
Okay. And David's probably going to take the Colts. No, I'm just kidding. He's going to. I'm only going to saddle him with one bad pick, so it's all good.
I honestly do think he would pick the.
He would pick the Texans.
You know what? I'm going to choose the Texans, but I'm not going to say this isn't going to be a close game.
No, it very, very well may be, but the Texans did beat Joe Flacco last year in the playoffs.
Indeed.
And he is still the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. So there's that. Max, are you taking Indy or are you taking Houston?
I am not going to be the odd man out, unlike David. I am going to go with Houston.
Okay, fair enough.
Unless
we're going to get all the way through these picks. We're going to get all the way through these picks.
David went with the rest of us and picked Houston.
We're like, David, you were a lemming this week, with the exception of one glaring deficiency, and it's chiseled in stone at this point. So there's no.
David's even taking a shit and forgot that he's out of toilet paper.
See, it's those little things in life that piss you off. It's like you're in a house. You know, you're in the bathroom in a house that you don't know, feeling real uneasy, feeling a little uncertain because you had to wipe your ass again with the shower curtain.
Plastic
Those little things.
curtain.
Little things like that piss you off. Okay. You know what? I mean, I know that we said we're not doing emotional picks, but just out of spite, I want to pick Jacksonville to beat the Packers. I do.
I can't do it.
I can't do it either. Who am I
I
kidding?
can't do it.
I can't.
Taking Green.
No.
It's
Dave will pick Jacksonville, but besides Dave, nobody else is going to do that. I mean, I'm just going by.
Well,
Oh no!
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, Colin, here's Colin with his hot contrarian take.
On one
Hit him with the
hand,
hard T.
Oh.
On one
Packers,
hand,
you know,
on the one
They-
hand,
they-
he's
they-
going with the Randy Travis.
yeah.
you know what, who am I kidding? Packers. I mean, if anything, if anything,
he
this
saw
week
that. He saw that withering thread of logic just dissipating in the wind. He was like,
What?
hmm.
you know what? I feel like this week was just a fluke for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it was.
they're just taking advantage of an incredibly soft New England team. So yeah, there's that. But yeah. What say you, Max? Are you going with the Pack or are you going with the Jacks?
No, even as much medication as I'm on, I'm still completely sane most of the time, and I know better. So I'm going to go with the Pack, and I feel
Okay.
confident
Now,
in that pick.
here is the $1 million question. Here,
12 inches around.
Cardinals or Dolphins?
Cardinals.
Ugh.
I
Here's
kind of want
why.
to lean Arizona.
You know,
honestly.
I want to.
Here's why.
Because even if Tua's ready to play on Sunday, he's not staying in the game very long.
Here's why I think the Cardinals are going to win. I think the Dolphins are going to show up and be like, "Oh, these are the Cardinals. You know, we can at least beat them, right?" Wrong.
Hi, David.
That demon came out with a vengeance.
Yeah.
What do we
How many times
So, do
did
you want
have
to
wash your
explain to
hands?
us?
Yes, we need an explanation.
Yeah, we need an explanation as to why you picked the Cleveland Browns to beat the Baltimore Ravens next week.
Seriously, what the hell? We need a defense of that pick now.
I have brain damage, but I don't have that bad of a brain damage. It was the Baltimore Ravens over the Browns. Browns were gonna fucking lose.
So
God.
you're not standing by your
Distinctly-
whole where they're going to have a new quarterback logic there.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That is- I heard
Did David somehow gain half an extra brain cell?
No, what
Yes.
it is he's an XP whore. He came out David the Off-White.
I hate every one of you.
No,
David
David came out. David
the Beige.
David the Pooh.
Oh my.
David, to hurry up and finish so I can get back on the show.
Oh my god.
The demon was out.
Okay. So we took the liberty of picking for you. Detroit, Houston, Green Bay, and Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
You still finishing from the bathroom, or is that new?
I'm surprised you don't see like
You know
a
what?
demon in the background trying to devour my soul. That's what it felt like.
When David talks, you know what it reminds me of?
God.
What?
And this completely just popped in my head. The messed up guy from the Goonies.
Sloth?
Baby Ruth.
Wow.
That's so fucked up.
This is nothing. I swear.
Got rid of that problem.
Oh wow. Wow. Don't just add him back, David.
David, this is nothing against you. This is my brain just random thoughts.
You have to practice a little bit of military tact and bearing with these zingers, Colin. You have to preface everything with all due respect.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right, yeah. Hey, with all due respect, you remind me of the guy from the Goonies.
Still out.
Anyways,
Fantastic.
this
He's iconic.
the Jets at the Patriots.
This is going to be.
This is the irrelevant game of the week.
Yeah. I'm not.
As much as I hate to do it, I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pats are
With the state
not
of the
playing.
Jets, I'm going with the Patriots. The Patriots are going to even their record with the Jets, but have a tiebreaker over the Jets because of this game.
Yeah,
Mm.
but they, we said the same. We said that they were going to beat the Jaguars, and I mean, look how that went.
Mm.
The Patriots have dropped 6 games in a row. Keep that in mind. Drake May, aka Mitch Trubisky II, which they had already, but made the mistake of drafting from North Carolina because they're so well known for developing quarterbacks. Was not at all impressive, with the exception of the first 2, maybe 3 drives of the game when they had a 10-0 lead, which completely went to shit because they weren't able to do anything. I don't see how that's going to change this week. I don't believe in the Patriots, but I believe in them less than the other team. And also, I don't know if I picked the Arizona Cardinals or not, but if I didn't, then I don't remember who they're playing.
So are you picking the Jets too?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they will at least be able to be probably the worst team in that division for sure, but possibly in the entire league next to the Panthers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick with my guns here. I'm going to go with New England. What about you, David?
I'm going to go with you on this one. I really don't like the Jets all too well.
I hope the Patriots win.
Drop 6 in a row.
Just
Yeah.
About you, Chris?
Yeah, I gotta go Jets. There's zero faith in the Patriots. There's just saying the word leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Kind of like voting Democrat. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, did I just out us as our pillar?
I did vote today, by the way. Everybody get out there and vote. Don't forget to vote.
That's true.
Yeah, I missed the early voting today, but Saturday, I'm going to go do my early voting down here in Brazoria County. So that'll be fun.
have you seen the videos of Trump going to like a random McDonald's?
Yeah,
and
he
working there.
worked a shift at McDonald's because somebody else said that they did, and they found out that they didn't. So
yeah, and he was having fun doing it too.
Yeah. All right. So, but we're not here to talk politics. We're here to discuss sports and nerd shit.
So he was at the game last night. He did
yes, and NBC
comeback in
conveniently
Pittsburgh.
cut
He was
all of the
present
footage of the crowd chanting USA when everybody realized he was in one of the boxes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thanks
don't you find
to
how
social
funny
media,
that is? But if it were the other way around.
Well, if it was the other way around, they'd be like,
Johnny
oh,
said,
hey.
it's not about politics.
Yeah.
It'd be chanting, but it wouldn't be so. It wouldn't be USA.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
Pittsburgh would show its
It'd
finest
be it.
colors
It's okay to be here. Booty booty.
Anyway, so we've got we got the Atlanta Falcons going to Tampa Bay. Kind of wanting to take Tampa Bay on this one.
Same.
I'm going Atlanta.
Okay.
Chris, what are you thinking? Because I know that you don't necessarily dislike the Bucks, but I know that you're not going for them tonight, though they are hot with some great talent on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
I worry which team is going to show up here.
I mean, I honestly, I think
a couple of surprises, but then the Buccaneers have kind of.
I think the Falcons are going to go the wrong direction for a couple of weeks.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that they're going to remember who they are and fall into some bad habits. That's what worries me. And they're due, because I don't think they can keep this up for the rest of the season. I gotta go Buccaneers.
Colin, you too?
Could you share the score with us also, if possible, if you had that handy, Chris?
I see this being at least a double-digit game. They're going to win by 10 or more.
What's the current score in the Monday night game right now?
Oh, it's halftime right now.
17-10.
Okay, 17-10. Okay. Next on the docket. Sorry about that. So next on the docket is
Chargers Cardinals. They just went to commercial. Never mind.
Next on the docket is the Eagles at the Bengals.
I'm thinking Bengals.
No.
No.
I mean, here's why.
Hate it, but
the Bengals, yes, they finally got a win. Their third win of the year. But they were playing Cleveland. And they took advantage of the fact that Cleveland lost their quarterback during the game. So Cleveland still has a lot of housekeeping to do. I mean,
actually, I take it back. I'm doing Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that, I would say things like, Cleveland's going to be okay because they've got a couple, they've got a week to figure it out, but they're playing the Ravens this week. So it's like, so Philadelphia all the way across.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Saints at the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers.
Can we get a score update if anybody has one on the game right now?
They're at commercial right now. But
they just came back from halftime and 17-10. So
no.
Max, Max, you're gonna be happy. 7-3 Cardinals.
I went for the Chargers, but it's okay.
Really, Dad? You said he went. I asked you yesterday.
No, he did go Chargers. I was wrong.
Oh.
Colin, you taking the Chargers on this one?
I don't know. No.
Okay, good. like I'm gonna be like, bro, what do you know that we don't know?
No, I'm going for the Saints.
Really?
I know.
Again, what do you know that we don't know? What about you, Max?
I don't know.
You taking Chargers?
Dude.
Nothing. Not a thing.
And they're playing the Saints, and it's going to be, I guess the venue really doesn't matter. But what were you saying, Colin?
I don't know, man. I mean, I had like a vision with the Patriots and Jaguars game, but
Okay.
So this vision showed the Saints beating the Cardinals, is what you're saying?
I mean,
the
the Saints
Chargers?
beating the Chargers?
Chargers, I'm sorry. The Saints beating the Chargers?
I don't know. I just got feeling.
Okay. Hey, let him roll with it. Next up, we've got primetime game. It is the Bills at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the Bills did get Amari Cooper this week.
I think we go Seahawks.
They got Coop.
I don't know, man.
I gotta go Bills on this one.
That's what I'm thinking.
I see how.
I'll go Bills.
I see how y'all are picking the Bills. I don't know. I feel like Seahawks are gonna show up.
Hey, if they show up, hey, you'll be the one that got that game right. What about you, Max?
I can see it being a really good and exciting game to watch either way, and ultimately that's important because it keeps us all engaged and something to talk about. But I like the Bills' chances in this game. I think Coop is going to show up and do what he did to help Dallas amongst all the other franchises that he's been a part of succeed.
Right, the journeyman of the NFL.
Yep.
This one, this is going to be a cool game to watch. The Bears at the Commanders.
I'm going Commanders. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington on that one.
Jaden Daniels, by the way, was injured yesterday, guys. Remember that?
Yes, but Dan Quinn said that he is hopeful that he'll be. I mean, he is week to week, but they're hoping that he'll be ready in time for Sunday against the Bears.
Were the Bears off last week?
And Angry Faith,
Yeah,
of course, will keep you updated during the course of the afternoons also about anything injury report wise that comes out, so you'll know what we know when we know it.
Yeah, and just a little side note before we get everybody else's pick for this game. I was actually able to tune in and actually hop on to the midday show with Max on Friday for just a little bit. We were probably on for about 45 minutes together.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and so give our midday show a watch. I mean, if you've already got the bell turned on for the notifications on our YouTube page, we know that you're going to get those notifications. Just give it a listen. I mean, even if we know until YouTube decides to join the 21st century and enable us with the ability to listen to a video with the screen locked.
Oh, you can.
You can?
You have to have premium.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to have premium? Okay, well,
Yep.
fine. For those of you who have premium and you decide to give it a listen during the middle of the day, go for it.
Yeah, I'm considering getting it. These ads are getting annoying.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the ads are awful. Premium's
Yeah.
well worth it. They give you a trial period.
It's basically
you'll enjoy
and
it.
they have
Nice.
you can watch free movies on there too.
Oh,
Well, not free. I mean, you pay $12 a month, but
They also do have free full-length features and movies as well. So
Okay.
there's plenty for everybody. And I just like to make an announcement on behalf of the Angry Me faithful, the Angry Me production crew, all those watching, listening, tuning in consistently every week, every day. We have just hit 2 milestones at over 300 subscribers and 100,000 views. So thank you all
it's happening.
very
Everybody stay calm.
much. That is awesome.
It's a procedure. Wait. No.
Okay. Yep. So,
Oh, us.
but those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those up, people. So,
pump them up.
yeah, get the word out.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors,
Yeah, I
your
mean,
dentist, tell your dog.
make fake accounts for your dog. Cats, whatever. I mean, if you're a regular freaking Dr. Doolittle, I mean, email addresses are free. Come on now, let's get with the program.
Okay, with this pick,
Teach them how to.
I believe the spirit of Mike Ditka will come
right.
down
David's taking the
And help.
Bears.
and help out the Bears.
Yeah, I gotta go Washington.
Washington's doing too good this year.
They are, but it's one of those things that the Bears have actually surprised me this year.
Sure.
As much as I like to, I mean, last year they were in contender to get the number 1 draft pick only because they lost so much. And I think this year they're like, you know what, we can't play as bad as we did last year, and I'm hoping that.
Well, when you go out and you get
Baltimore-
you get the highest rated quarterback in the draft.
Baltimore just scored another field goal, so now it is 20-10.
Okay, all right.
12-20 in the third quarter.
All right, Max, what are you taking? Bears or Commanders?
I think that even though Jaden Daniels did go out, the effectiveness of his backup showed that he is able, capable, and confident in his abilities to be able to be successful and lead that team to victory. So I'll go ahead and take the Commies.
Okay. All right.
No pun intended.
I cannot believe that the freaking donkeys are putting me in this damn position.
It's not that the donkeys are doing it. It's the schedule makers at the NFL head office.
Either way,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
think the scheduling officer is going up. You know what really would piss people off?
That's fine.
Listen,
I
No.
feel like
The guy in charge of the competition committee and scheduling watches this show.
especially the next pick. He's like, yeah, watch this. I'm gonna put these two together and be like, you're crazy.
I don't have a problem choosing the donkeys. I don't.
Why the donkeys?
I feel dirty each and every time.
What? Chris,
That's
are you
not
gonna choose
nice.
the
They were
Panthers?
just donkeys.
Okay.
Are you gonna choose the Panthers? Just out of spite?
No, because I'm not a dumbass.
I mean,
Listen, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's still gonna be the freaking Broncos. You know they're gonna win.
you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna pick the donkeys.
You,
I'm gonna pick
David,
I'm gonna
David,
no,
be smarter than this.
I won't allow you to
Hear
pick
me
Carolina.
out.
David, be smarter.
Hear me out. Because I would choose because our little bet for the year is the loser gets to pick the charity, right? I'm gonna pick the Panthers.
You still have to put forth a concerted effort, sir. It's not like you're trying to get the number 1 overall pick.
Maybe
It's
maybe
not-
I was,
you
no,
can't
no, you
do
know
it
what?
on purpose.
Maybe I was right about the Goonies thing. Like,
You were really onto something.
You made a good point.
Hey, you guys. All right, it's too bad. I'm putting you down for Carolina. That's I mean that's just that.
You said it. You just have you seen my baseball?
David, you're gonna lose. You know that, right?
Break it
No,
big.
no, Johnny. He was joking. He's not serious. He's not
Confirm or
serious.
deny
Yeah.
before I go to the next line.
Go with the Broncos.
Give a smelling salt.
Fine, I'll go with the Broncos.
Okay.
See, kids, peer pressure works.
Okay.
Okay. This one,
All
no
right.
brainer of the week.
Yeah.
Kansas City all day.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is going to be
Kansas City.
tragic.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We joked about the beatdown. The other teams are going to get. This one is going. This is going to be tragic.
You know what? No. Here's. I think the Raiders. They're gonna put up a few points.
No, they're not.
They're
I
gonna
think
maybe
what-
get 2 field goals on the day.
Yeah, they may
No,
stumble
no.
their way into field goal range. That's
I
it.
no.
Close as-
They're gonna. I will say they're gonna they're going to make at least 1 touchdown.
If
Yeah,
this
it's going to be a defensive touchdown because Patrick Mahomes all of a sudden seems to be channeling his inner Dak Prescott. But
Yeah.
past that, offensively, they're not going anywhere.
You know
this
what?
is going to be a
I'm gonna
30
go. I'm gonna go as far as to say, the Raiders are going to score at least 21 points.
Not even.
No, dude, no. You know
If
what?
they make it to double
Colin
digits, it
nose
would
go
be
up a little bit higher when he said that.
Here's the thing, Colin. I'm willing as your father to stand by and allow this blissful ignorance of the way that football works when you make your picks, because it's been working for you. But when you start calling out, oh, the Raiders are going to score this many points, dude, even though the Kansas City defense right now was banged up, the Las Vegas Raiders offense is one of the worst in the league. I think the only offense that is worse than theirs are the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, and those two teams are playing each other this weekend.
I would go so far as to say not just this season, of all time.
Fine. Okay, here. Like, I'll dial back a little bit. They're going to score at least 15 points.
If they make it to 10, it will be a miracle. And if they hold the Chiefs to 40, it will be a miracle.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I know that Poochie doesn't like doing spreads, but this is going to be at least a 30-point spread.
I cannot even emphasize how much.
Well, no, okay. So I haven't even looked at what the line is on this game yet, but I think maybe the spread realistically is going to be 21 points, and smart money is going to be on the over.
Oh, yeah.
But we're moving on.
Easily.
See.
Okay. This one we have to take our time with.
Before you say anything, I told you this in the car. They just came off week, so I'm giving them this one opportunity.
Okay. All right. But
one opportunity.
Okay, so you've thrown your logic out there. Okay. The state of the Dallas Cowboys is dismal right now. Cowboys Nation is reeling. There's the hardliners that cheer for them week in and week out, regardless as to how bad the team is. Good for them. The 49ers are hurt, but they are still putting up more points per game than the Cowboys have for the last couple of weeks. The 49er defense is still holding teams to fewer points than the Dallas Cowboys are, to include last week's bye week, if that's telling you anything. Begrudgingly, I find myself in a very, very awkward position, kind of like being in the back of a VW bug. Come on. That's a Kevin Smith deep cut right there.
I like old Kevin Smith before he had the heart attack.
That's a Mallrats reference, people. Come on.
But I'm going 49ers too.
Brown finger.
I was going to go Cowboys on this game. I just am, and here's why. The Cowboys defense is they're going to show up in San Francisco on Sunday. And there is no way, with even as big as the Metroplex is, that the Dallas Cowboy defensive players don't hear what the fan base is saying, that they don't hear. There is no way possible that they are unaware of what the media is saying about them. You know that these guys are prima donnas and that they look at ESPN, they listen to the radio during the week. These dudes, I find it hard to believe that these guys are going to show up on Sunday and they're going to put up another stinker. The Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to stand by this for the 2024 season, are going to be that middle of the road team. But the 49ers, even with all of the promise that they had coming into this season, they're going to drop this game. I think the Cowboys are going to take this one. David, you said you're going with San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm still going San Francisco.
What about you, Chris?
I see why. Also, these two teams have beef with each other, so
Well, historically, yes. I mean, for decades, these teams go back and forth.
Right. That's what I'm.
I remember. You know what? I remember it was.
And that's another fact. That's another intangible to bring up. Is this is a rivalry game? Now, rivalry games, they don't mean a whole lot anymore nowadays because free agency's diluted the gene pool so much. And a lot of these newer players, these younger players, they don't have a love or respect for the history of the game. But at the end of the day, it's still a rivalry game, and these players are going to play like, I mean, you're going to see it after the first quarter. These players are going to start waking up and going, yeah. Because John Lynch is sitting over there on the sideline for San Francisco. He's going to be barking at people. Talking about, you're going to let the Cowboys do this to you? And it's just there's going to be an escalation of violence the whole game. It's going to be amazing.
You remember
to watch.
Remember that one Thanksgiving? It was when you're still living with Grammy and Papa. It was the Cowboys 49ers game.
Baltimore scored.
Where it was like the referees were throwing all these flags against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Unless Georgia does the same thing as Texas.
I'm going to go with Cowboys. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a great game. I hope.
We hope. Yeah. What about you, Max?
As a potential.
Well,
that way.
This is allegedly through my sources, since the receiving room is basically empty and there's nobody to throw the ball to, that they have begun going to recruit and have open tryouts from various individuals from the homeless tent cities as potential receiving targets. But if that fails, then they can always fall back on absolutely nothing at all. I don't see any way that even a team such as Dallas, which may not have played their best game prior to the bye week, can possibly lose to a team that has nobody to throw to.
Okay.
That's
I like how you
Rams with
glossed
Shanahan.
over that historic ass whipping that the Lions gave them. He's like, they may not have played their best game going into the match. And that's something else to bring up is that they've had 2 whole ass weeks to sit on that score.
They've had time to rest.
Here's
They've
the
had
thing.
time to try to
How
figure
big
out
of a
what they
deal
need
is
to
it that
do.
Mike McCarthy has a lazy eye or a fish eye? How much does that affect his vision of the field in play calling?
I mean, if anything, it's like he's watching a 3-hour long
I mean, what
bike
the
video,
fuck?
360 cameras.
I'm going to be the ones to bring it up. I don't understand it.
All right, so the Monday night game, it is a single game ticket for this coming week. The New York Football Giants are going to be visiting the Steelers for what is yet to become another epic loss at the hands of an AFC team. I'm calling the shot now. The Giants are going to score 6 points, and it's going to be 2 field goals, and that's it. The Steelers are going to put up 35 on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the Steelers winning on this one.
I was gonna say they're gonna score like a touchdown and a field goal, and that's it.
You're giving the Giants a touchdown?
Yeah, I'm giving them a singular touchdown, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like.
I'll meet you in the middle. I'll see your touchdown, but I'll raise you a missed extra point. They're still only going to score 6 points. So.
No. Here, I'll meet you halfway. They're gonna score a touchdown, miss the extra point, and then proceed to score a field goal.
All right, so you're going to give them 9 points. Okay, all right.
9 points.
Colin feeling generous. I'm taking Pitt on this game, guys.
And it's not gonna be one of those touchdowns where it's like a clear touchdown. It's gonna be like the centimeter touchdown.
Like it's inconclusive, so the play on the car or the play on the field stands. It's not confirmed. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say everybody's going to take Pittsburgh on this game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. Chris.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Let me go ahead. We
So,
already saved
how does
that.
everybody while you're doing that, how does everybody feel about that Georgia's Texas game?
I'm here for the chaos, man. Welcome to the SEC, Texas.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's only 2 teams in the nation who have yet to trail in a game this season, and that is Iowa State and your Black Knights of Army. Oh, yes. Oh, and Bryson Daly has not only set a single season rushing touchdown record for West Point at 18 touchdowns. He set a single game rushing touchdown score record a week before last, or this. Yeah, it was week before. 5 touchdowns he scored.
Damn.
How Bryson Daly is not in the early conversation for the Heisman Trophy, I have no idea. Is it possible because his team is ranked 23rd in the nation? I don't know. Is it because he plays for a service academy? I don't know. I think that it's an egregious miscarriage of justice, though.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just kind of putting that out there. I mean, yeah, I know that right now. I mean, they're going to be playing UTSA next week or this coming Saturday. But actually, no, I think is it a bye week this week? I cannot remember.
No.
No, let me look here.
If we got done. I don't think there's a bye week on anything.
Oh, down he goes.
Okay, so it is a bye week this week. They go in and they host Air Force on the 2nd. And then on the 9th, they travel to Denton, Texas to play University of North Texas. University of North Texas has got a really good quarterback. But he hasn't faced a defense like the Army's defense yet. I mean, the Army's defense is playing some really stout football. The biggest question mark on the schedule is when they go to Notre Dame on the 23rd of November. Notre Dame's ranked number 12th in the nation right now. Right now, I think the winning percentages has still got them at an 11% chance to win that game. But I think the Notre Dame defense is going to take a look at that triple option offense, and it's going to take them 3 quarters to adjust. And by that time, Bryson Daly is going to put some numbers up on them. I really do. I mean, if they can get past Notre Dame, UTSA, absolutely no chance. They're going to put up 50 on those guys.
Oh, yeah.
But the Army-Navy game is always a gunfight. It doesn't matter if either team is ranked. It doesn't matter how bad of a season either team had. They show up ready to fight at that game. But man, how Bryson Daly is not in the conversation for Heisman Trophy consideration, I have zero idea. It's like I said, it's a travesty of a miscarriage of justice is what it is. But
because it's Army, so it's not a real school. It's not like they have a real football program.
Yeah. All right. So let me see here. We're gonna. Let me get this sent over to you, David. Hold on a second.
You know what's funny is you do that, and we did it early finally this week.
True. We did do that. let me get. What was my email? Oh, it's right there. Okay, hold on just a second, Dave. I'm pulling that up. It's still going to say week 7 picks on it, but the week 8 picks are going to be on there. So let me do this real quick.
And are we going to be posting our picks on the community panel so they can take a look and see who we're
Yeah,
going
that's
with
what I'm doing right now. So, all right, David. So that's been sent over to you. Let me get that box minimized. All right. So moving on. Yeah, let me go over some of these scores here. Let me see here. Number 14, Texas A&M went into Mississippi State, won 34-24 on that. So that was actually a decent game to watch. Number 25, Vanderbilt went into Ball State, won 24-14. LSU ranked number 8 ranked LSU beat Arkansas 34-10. Georgia, number 2 Georgia beat now number 5 Texas 30-15 over the weekend. Kansas State went in to West Virginia, beat up on them 45-18. Let me see here. Memphis went into played host to North Texas and beat them 52-44. Iowa State, ranked number 10 in the nation right now, beat the University of Central Florida 38-35. So that was a close game. That was a really, really close game. Florida managed to pick up a win against the University of Kentucky, 48-20. I'm sure that'll dishearten the Kentucky Wildcat listeners out there. Colorado State beat Air Force 21-13.
God. Stop doing.
You just want me to stop talking about Air Force altogether?
Yes. Just stop.
Because we're gonna have to talk about it in 2 weeks.
No, we're not. We definitely are not. No,
we for sure.
So to kind of
what's happening
to quantify David's lack of confidence in the Air Force Academy Fighting Falcons this year, David is willing to forego our annual Army Air Force bet.
Yeah.
That's how little faith he has.
I have no faith at all this year.
Why don't you watch Top Gun?
I'm not going to call
That's
him
Navy. That's Navy.
Right.
Yeah, Top Gun is Navy. Air Force has a thing called Red Flag.
That irony.
Hey, I've been to the danger zone. I'm just saying. Usually on video games.
We don't need to hear about your glory hole exploits, Max. I mean, we really don't.
David prefers the beach volleyball scenes.
Yeah.
See?
No, this was almost here, but I've given up. What we're gonna what's gonna happen is
we know you were up.
I'm gonna see what a Glock tastes like later on.
Hey,
know what the blue pill tastes like, don't you? There,
Baltimore just scored again. 33-10.
Okay,
it's gonna be 34-10.
All right. So
I'm sorry. Who got laughed at for picking?
I was just about to tell you to pat yourself on the back.
I am patting myself hard enough to cause bruising. Because y'all laughed.
Should we start calling you Mistress Jacka now? I mean, is that
y'all laughed? Just saying, y'all laughed.
We laugh at a lot of shit that we're not supposed to. I mean, does that change who we are as a person? No, it doesn't.
That's a good point.
Oh, let me see here. Yeah, so we're done with football. All right, so there was a NASCAR race in Las Vegas this week. Listening to that race, the way that it ended, half of the field of 8, 4 out of the 8 championship contenders during this round of the playoffs had problems. They were several laps down. Kyle Larson actually got back on the lead lap and then raced his way up through the field and finished 11th on yesterday's race, which is good. I mean, considering what he had to contend with. So I mean, that just kind of tells you what kind of a car he had. William Byron came home 3rd, I think, in that race. To anybody were to try to tell you that team orders go out the window and don't exist anymore, if somebody tries to tell you that when they're talking about racing, tell them definitively they are full of shit. Because Ryan Blaney, who was running several laps down, having a horrific day at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, he got behind Joey Logano, his teammate at Penske Racing, and actually bump drafted him to the lead to win that race. It was a shootout between Joey Logano and Christopher Bell from Joe Gibbs Racing, and with Ryan Blaney bump drafting Joey Logano to the front, that put the icing on the cake, because once Joey Logano got out in clean air, he checked out. Right, up to that point, he did not have the car. He really didn't. But with that being said, Joey Logano has officially punched his ticket for championship weekend. Whether or not we agree with the fact that Joey Logano is still in the playoffs or not, because when they disqualified Alex Bowman last week after the Roval race, Joey Logano was the next man up. He got that phone call 2 hours after the race was over by NASCAR and said, "Hey, welcome to the playoffs. We disqualified Alex Bowman." But Alex Bowman showed up at Las Vegas. I mean, him and his team had a shit week, and he still finished 5th. He finished 5th. The running order was Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, William Byron, and Alex Bowman round out the top 5. Like I said, Kyle Larson brought it home 11th. Denny Hamlin somehow finished out with an 8th P8 finish on that race. Don't know how he did it. Let me see here the standings. We're going to go to the full standings. Right now, the playoff standings are as follows. Joey Logano is at the point right now by virtue of that win. Said he punched his ticket to the next round. It's Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, and William Byron making up the top 4. They are above the cut line. William Byron's technically on the bubble, but he's 27 points to the good. From 5th on down, we've got Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott, who is 53 points below the cut line. So at this point, I think Chase Elliott is going to have to win to get in to the Championship 4 weekend. And William Byron and Kyle, I mean, if Hendrick Motorsports wants 3 of their 4 drivers in that final 4, Christopher Bell is going to have a crappy couple of weeks. And next week they are heading to Miami or Homestead, Miami. It's got progressive banking in the turns, but it's a pretty flat racetrack. That's where they used to have championship weekend for years before they started moving it around. It's like I said, it's currently in Phoenix. But it's the Straight Talk Wireless 400 at my Homestead Miami Speedway. It's going to be on NBC. It's going to be on the radio with MRN, which is the Motor Racing Network, or your Sirius XM channel 90, or Sirius XM mobile app on your mobile devices. But that's going to be this Sunday, October 27th. It's going to be a 1:30 Central Time green flag. So be tuning in for that. I'm going to try to, at the very least, I'm going to listen to the race on Sirius. So we've got three races left in the year. We've got this race coming up in Miami, and then after that, it's Martinsville. Martinsville is the cutoff race. That's a short track race. So you're going to see a lot of tempers flaring. You're going to see somebody sending it full send, trying to punch their ticket to run for the Cup. I like Kyle Larson and William Byron's chances to stay where they're at, which is above the cut line. But anything can happen. I mean, somebody a few laps down can bump draft somebody to the lead and come out of nowhere. So Joey Logano, hey, hats off to him. He was in the right place at the right time. Everything worked out in his favor, which is usually how these races go. But yeah, we've got Homestead Miami coming up next week, or this coming Sunday. But with that, man, that kind of wraps up the sports segment.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you guys got going on as far as like I don't know, video game news or whatever?
We didn't do joke time.
Oh, thank you, Colin.
What are you thinking, Johnny?
Hey, you know what?
I thought you were just like, well, we'll do NASCAR first and then joke time. But
I apologize. I was harnessing my inner David for a moment, and I went full retard. You never ever go full retard. Okay.
You never do that shit, Simple Jack.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But with that being said,
I mean, you did make fun of me a lot.
Shut up, David.
Rising from the smoke and haze of desolation comes a Spartan. He is bent on wronging that which has been set right. It's the greatest genetic code ever to exist here for your ears and eyes to feast upon. Spartan Colin, I hope you're bringing the smoke tonight. Someone get me a joke.
what's the difference between a baby and a feminist? A baby grows up and stops crying.
Oh,
That's gonna ruffle some pennies.
whoa.
Start out strong. I like it.
You want to know what Hitler's favorite planet was? It was Jupiter.
I'm Jewish, by the way, in case you're new to the channel, and I did not feel offended or hurt or violated by that. So
Thank you, Max. Max, I would like to thank you personally, because with you here, I can tell these kind of jokes. And
he doesn't mean that in the scapegoat token type of Jew kind of way like we would with any other minority.
You got anything else?
No,
That's all I got. That's all you got? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to caveat.
Oh, we ended with a racist Hitler joke? Really?
Yep, that's where we're headed.
You know, I remember listening to Rush Limbaugh back in the day. He had made a comment about NOW, the National Organization for Women.
Oh, yes.
And one of their national rallies, the banner that was on display was wrinkled. And he said, in a building full of women, you don't think that they could have found one that knew how to run an iron?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. He said that on the air. Like, wow. Then I'm reminded of a Chuck Norris joke. Chuck Norris went to went to a feminist rally and left with his shirt and pants pressed and a sandwich.
I remember that.
Last week,
Yeah.
last week, my history class, we had, remember how like with the Jaguars logo thing, I had to do the hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do it again. It was like a women's right protest picture
Oh
thingy,
God.
and it said hashtag kitchen belongers with a knife emoji.
Mm.
See,
we've
and
come a
Belle,
long way
being our
since,
number one fan, our super fan, she understands the assignment here because she's related to this kid. I'm just kind of putting that out there, right? You know,
It was funny though.
see, it's been almost a full hour since Belle has said anything in the comments. So I'm kind of like, is she still there? Because she didn't say anything. Like,
Right? I was a little surprised.
Yeah, like she didn't say anything about either of my jokes.
Maybe she likes dark humor better.
Slipping out through the fog of war, this Spartan continues the fight. Your souls have become collateral damage in the battle against the flood of moral supremacy. Leave your expectations at the door on your way out and marvel before the pillar of tactical prowess. Ladies and gentlemen, angry faithful of all ages, this has been Joke Time with Colin.
you know, all right, so Saturday night, Colin and I tried to play Halo multiplayer. We tried to play co-op campaign on Halo Infinite.
Mhm.
And then we found out that 343 Studios, now Halo Studios, completely abandoned the co-op multiplayer for multiplayer co-op for the campaign.
Split screen.
Yeah, the split screen. I mean, you can't co-op the campaign at all.
There's not that many
You can
games that can do that.
you
anymore.
can. You can, but
But yeah,
we'd have to be on.
there's some kind of unsavory ways that can get your Xbox account banned if they catch you doing it.
No, we can. It's just we'd have to be on different consoles.
Yeah, but just the whole split screen thing, which is so old school, right?
But that upsets me so much because like I've played all the Halo games with you, and we did split screen.
Yeah. Yeah, so Halo Studios, you need to like figure that shit out. You know,
I don't think
the fact that Halo is now on the Unreal 5 engine. David, what was that?
I thought it was a button to where everybody can see the comments, but it wasn't. Never mind.
It was a button. It was half right.
I
We
had
did see
pressed the
it.
button and we lost like 2 viewers, so that's weird.
All right, so 343 Industries renamed themselves Halo Studios, and then they announced that they're switching over to the new engine, the Unreal 5 engine, and they were starting to release some of these screen caps from what Halo is now supposed to start looking like, and it looks damn good. But I'm just like, okay, this is their opportunity to redeem themselves with Halo fans all over the world. And I think that they're going to be on the right track because some of the Bungie executives that jumped ship and went with Bungie when they left Microsoft are now back with Microsoft. They joined 343 Studios or Industries and then became Halo Studios. So hopefully we get some of that OG feel back to it. That would be kind of nice, you know, just kind of saying. There's supposed to be a complete remaster of Halo CE for the PS5. I'm on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to buy it. I mean,
here's my thing. Okay, people, I don't know why, But people really didn't like Halo 4, and I enjoyed the heck out of that game.
I think it was because it was short.
Yeah.
All right, well, Halo 5 was
Yeah.
actually shorter, but
Yeah, and Halo 5 was garbage, so, there's that.
I don't know. It's just the whole Halo Infinite thing. They were like, well, this is going to be the last core Halo game that comes out. Everything else is going to be DLC. And then it just turned into like one big multiplayer love fest. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
we need the
which
campaigns.
that's one of my things about Sparking Zero is that they put like no work into the local play. Like you can only do one map in the local play. So
Okay, David, you were not finished asking why?
Why what?
I don't know. It was in the private chat. So damn it, I didn't get to finish asking why.
Oh, no. I mean, you didn't read the other ones? Like, if we go over 2 hours on the shorts, are doable. Disregard. I was typing. I was like, why? And
oh, okay.
question.
Context. All right. I'm sorry. I got you.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. On top of it. 100%. All right. Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so Chris, I am disheartened. This week at SpaceCon, they're in San Antonio. A lot of the Next Generation cast and the great William Shatner are going to be in attendance there at SpaceCon. I
Nice.
wanted tickets so bad because, like, there's a finite window to get one of this man's autographs, and it's closing,
rapidly shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
I just want him to sign my Enterprise on the saucer. I want him to sign it because, like, if he every time he signs one of the, like somebody's model, he always signs it boldly go. And like, dude, to me, that's like Ted Williams' Holy Grail level.
How much is the ticket? And I'll find out.
Well, to get the premium autograph sessions, it's like $150.
You don't want to know. It's a lot.
And that's before you even buy your admission to get in.
I had the opportunity to meet him this summer.
What, William
Like,
Shatner?
last summer.
When you went to the Dallas Comic Con, yeah.
Yeah, he was there. I didn't meet him though. I bet.
Yeah, that would have been a little pricey.
Why is it so?
Well, it wasn't just that. It was like I was given the option to pick one person to meet, and I met.
Yeah, and that's all you, man. You know, yeah, that's all good. What were you saying, David?
For some ungodly reason, it was showing SpaceCon 2016. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. But
okay, there we go.
He does a Star Trek experience up in New York, where apparently they did a complete 1-to-1 recreation of all of the original series sets, like the bridge and everything. His captain's chair is up there. Like he has a meet and greet with people there, and I'm just like, oh, that's fucking cool.
That's amazing.
Do any of you play Subnautica at all?
What was it?
No, Subnautica. He's excited because Subnautica 2 has been had a release date announced, so it's going to be coming out next year.
Okay. To me, Subnautica is one of the best survival horror games.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, besides maybe the Forest.
I was gonna say Forest or Sons of the Forest.
I haven't played Sons of the Forest. Dude, okay. I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I like Subnautica 1 more than Below Zero.
I never tried Below Zero. I mean, I did fool around with the first one a little bit.
It was good. It was it's just wasn't as big. It was smaller. The story was more in detailed though. The cool thing about Subnautica 2 though, the new one, it's not going to be on the same planet. It's gonna
Okay.
be on a different planet, and there's going to be multiplayer,
Okay. I can see that.
which is one thing I'm really excited for because technically the Cyclops from the first game was lore-wise meant to be ran by a full crew, not by a singular man,
Right.
which gets me excited to see if they'll do another huge vehicle. So it's like you have to there's a vehicle that multiple people can run. Because don't get me wrong, the Sea Truck, it was good and all. I didn't find it as enjoyable to use as like if I had like the Cyclops or something, because the thing about the Sea Truck is the more modules you add on, the slower it gets, and it gets to the point where it is so slow.
Right.
Like it goes slower than the slowest speed on the Cyclops.
Anybody
There's a
excited
lot.
about the drop of the COD on Friday? Full game.
Yeah. Black Ops 6 is coming out on Friday.
Yep.
I have it preloaded on my Xbox, and I will play through the campaign.
Unless you're in Kuwait and it's not anymore.
Uninstall it.
I'm
I
just
could
hoping it's gonna
not
work.
care less about multiplayer.
I'm just hoping it's gonna work for me because Xbox is a little wonky on their Game Pass Ultimate.
It should work for you because I've got it installed on mine. I did not install the multiplayer though.
Okay.
Because yeah.
The only reason I would get the only reason why I would have the multiplayer is if like Jake buys it. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing campaign and zombies.
I don't even care about zombies at all.
Yeah.
All I care.
Well, I
the campaign.
I just enjoy playing zombies because I like
my
seeing
son.
how I like to see how far I can get, and I don't care too much about the story as like other people do.
Oh, my boy gets into it.
I like to see how far I can get and all the different weapons and everything's gonna go. I played the beta and it was enjoyable.
Yeah, see, if you played the beta on your console, then you should be able to play your you
Yeah,
should be
but
able
I
to play the
played it.
campaign.
I played on your profile, so because it
You
would
should be able to sign in with my profile and then play on yours.
Alright, well.
But
hey, can you get me a website to that thing and I'll get you the ticket?
no, because I don't my scheduling is horrific this week. So I wouldn't be able to go anyway.
Are you sure? Because this is Stan Lee moment.
My scheduling. This is me being mature for a second, going, yeah, it's William Shatner, but
they're nihilists. They believe in nothing.
There's family stuff going on this week that I need to be here for. So there's that.
Let me find out. Send me the website anyways.
All right, yeah.
So when William Shatner's in one of these events and it's Comic-Con or it's the one that is going to be in that you were talking about earlier, is he dressed as a regular person or is he dressed as the captain?
Yeah.
No, he's dressed as himself.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin is going to be there this weekend.
When you say himself, like the captain.
Met him. He's actually really nice.
No, he's dressed as William Shatner.
No, William. He's just as William Shatner.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's going to be there this weekend too. LeVar Burton's going to be there. Brent Spiner's going to be there. John Delancey, Q, is going to be there. Yeah. And then they're selling like a package to like a group photo app with all of the Next Generation actors that are going to be there. I'm like,
Dr.
man,
Drew's
that's
gonna be there.
fucking cool.
Obi-Wan's going to be there.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor's going to be there. Hayden Christensen's going to be there.
The one I went to, David Tennant was there.
It would be super fun, but I can't afford.
Yeah, can't afford it. And if I could afford it, Chris, I'd be crashing at your place.
Oh, 100%.
Do any of you watch The Good Omen?
I haven't. It's on my list. I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it.
It's pretty good. It's it's pretty good.
All right. Well, we've passed the 2 hour and 20 mark officially. It's almost 10 o'clock. We should probably go ahead and land this plane.
Agreed.
Everybody, it's been 183 episodes. You've seen us start off very rough, very clunky. We're still clunky. We're like a brand new colt being born and trying to walk for the first time. We're still tripping over ourselves, but you know, hopefully we'll have this somewhat figured out, or at least act like we play a professional podcaster on TV by episode 200. We never know.
Probably not.
Stranger things have happened.
Right. I mean, by episode 200, we may have 500 subscribers. You know, we have grown exponentially over the last few weeks, and something that for me at least started out as some kind of like cathartic therapy, you know, just kind of doing it for fun, but then really became something that I planned my week around. I'm humbled that, you know, we have followers, that we have subscribers, that we have regular viewers every week,
Commenters and everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting engagement, the whole 9 yards. So I at least for myself, I know that when I say thank you, please accept that as being the most genuine thing that I can offer. And I think
it's not a mindless surface, you know, oh, thank you for coming. No, really, like sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. We cannot express enough appreciation for you guys turning in and engaging with us and you know.
Yeah, and especially to David. I mean, David holding this whole thing together created Angry Me Production, and it's allowed us the opportunity to hang out, to you know, it's allowed me the opportunity to host both of you guys at my house. It's allowed us it's given us the opportunity to go to the races. It's given Colin the opportunity to demonstrate the level of savagery that no child under the age of 18 should be demonstrating, let alone people over the age of 18.
Heretofore unheard of.
we may bag on David a lot, but truth be told, we wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well said. Well said.
And for Max putting in a ton of work here the last few weeks, last couple of months behind the scenes. I mean, Max, we know that life deals you a shit sandwich regularly, but you still managed to come through. So, you know, thank you for all of your efforts. You know, but honestly, without the subscribers, without the viewers, without the engagement, we'd probably still be here doing this. And the show would be unrecognizable, because at least at this point, with the subscribers, with the viewers, with what we're trying to accomplish here, we have a goal, and it's forcing us to keep the show on the rails as much as we possibly can. I mean,
at least next to the rails.
yeah, we're rails adjacent kind of a thing.
There
So,
you go.
Whether they're
But-
rails or cocaine or not, it matters.
Yeah,
whoa,
listen.
whoa, hey.
No,
Hey.
not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
You're gonna be pissing in a cup on Monday, Carl.
There you go, man.
Just
got
like every other Monday.
I swear to God,
just
Max,
got
you
the whole
show up with a
Italian
Charger or a Mustang at 35% APR, we'll whoop your ass.
It's all right. We'll just make David be the meat gazer.
He doesn't love you. She wants your BAH and TRICARE.
They kill me.
She said that she loves me. And I'm going to meet her mother this weekend.
Damn it, Carl.
Yeah, she saw my disability benefits and fell in love with me. Like my fucking AARP card membership.
Like, shit, you don't love me. You love my stanky leg.
Yeah, you love my big, fat, chunky, double-sized leg, don't you?
Oh,
My
man.
fucking crooked, weak, wimpy, fucking thin cock.
Oh,
like a
hey, that got
kickstand.
dark. That got dark.
Fucking pills again. That came out of nowhere.
So we're gonna dial back the feels here. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been privy, you have become indentured. I'd say I'd apologize for the collateral damage, but it's every 100%, every second of it's intentional. So
I mean,
you don't
we,
like
we,
it, there's the door.
we
You
wouldn't
know?
do it every week if we were sorry.
God. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm Lord Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Dickerman.
I am Chris Jacka.
I'm Prince Konska.
Fuck, who am I tonight? Captain Thundernuts. That's me.
Okay.
With a Z, so we're not talking about my testicles, but we could be.
There is turbulence over the
'Cause they're
runway.
big as a
We're bringing this
motherfucker.
bitch in sideways.
High winds at the LZ.
Safety protocols be damned. We are past the bingo point, people.
Oh man. I just want to point out that it's 41-18 with almost 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Okay. Well,
I'm
to
gonna
quote
continue to grab
the
back.
to quote the great Greek philosopher Clappius Lippus, scissor me timbers. Arr.